Good morning, students. Last class I told about different types of problems on the relations reflexive, symmetric and transitive. At the same time, we have finished all types of problems from exercise 1.1. They are all belonging to the relations reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Today I'll start next lesson is functions chapter. Already you knew about this definition of function in first PUC. At the same time, we knew about different types of functions in first PUC. Constant function, quadratic function, polynomial function, signum function, greatest integer function, identity function. Like that we have seen like all these different types of functions in first PUC. At the same time, we knew about what are the domain, range and codomain of those functions also. Like that we have seen like all these functions in first PUC. Now in second PUC also we will see those types of functions, because to solve some different types of problems of functions, we are going to using those functions also here. They may be identity functions, signum function, greatest integer function. Like that we will see different types of problems on those functions here. Now what is meant by function first? Let us will discuss about the function here. What is the function first? Function means the difference between relation and function. I'll tell you. To form relation, they may be empty sets or non-empty sets. But in case of to giving the functions definition is, let capital A and capital B. Let capital A and capital B be two non-empty sets. Be two non-empty sets. Be two non-empty sets such that for all x belongs to capital A, then there exists, this symbol is then there exists and a unique element y belongs to B, then this correspondence is called a function from A to B, a function from A to B, and it is denoted by F maps from A to B. Here we have taken A and B are non-empty sets. They are not empty. They are always, A is also non-empty and B is also non-empty. Then only we can define function from A to B. Otherwise we can't. Here, for all x belongs to capital A in set A to each and every element, then associate is there to a unique element of set capital B. In set, every element of set A is associated to a single element of set B. Here 1 is there, 1 to A, 2 to B, like that. Diagrammatically I am showing here, this is the definition of the function here. How means, see here diagrammatically, easily we can analyze and understand about the definition of function. Every element of set A is associated to a unique element, then there exists associated to a unique element of set B. Then this correspondence is called function. Function is also called as mapping. That's what we are calling this F maps from A to B. Wherever, if we can say like all these situations in functions, just we are calling them F maps from A to B. For example, B to C, F maps from B to C. F, two dots, and capital A, arrow mark B, it can be read as F maps from A to B. Now, different types of functions, say here, diagrammatically it is A is there, that is B is there. Here capital A is take some elements. Take some elements here. Some elements means here 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. Next one is here another element, another set is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, like that. A to B is one function. F maps from A to B is there. This F maps from A to B means here A is set of all elements 1 to A, this is. Next 2 to B, 3 to C, 4 to D, 5 to E, 6 to F. Here mapping is finishing to all the elements of set A. The mapping is finishing to all the elements, should not get any extra elements in set A. That's what in definition I mentioned here, for all x belongs to capital A. For all x belongs to capital A, then there exists a unique element in set B. One element, only one element. One must have only one element. Otherwise one mapped to H also, because one does not maps to A at the time. 2 to 1 elements. 3 to 1 elements. 4 to 1 element. 5 to 1 element. Like that 6 to 1 element. By this diagrammatically, we are observing here mapping should be finishing from all elements of set A, should not get any extra elements. You may get some extra elements in set B, no problem, but should not get any additional elements in set A. The mapping should be finished from all the elements of set A. That's what we defined in a definition of functions also. For all x belongs to capital A, for all x belongs to capital A, then there exists unique element of set B. That's what, by seeing this definition of function F, easily we can tell the first coordinate should not repeat it twice. Like the first coordinate should not repeat it twice means, I'll tell you now. See here, F is equal to, we can take here, what are the elements? 1 comma A, next one is 2 comma B, next one is 3 comma 6, next one is 4 comma D, next one is 5 comma E, next last one is 6 comma F. Like that we'll get different types of ordered pairs here. If you can observe, all these ordered pairs, we are not seeing repetition of first coordinate here. One is not repeated in first place. 2 is also, 3 is also. That's why according to definition, mapping should be there from all. At the same time, that element must have only one element in set B. In that situation, F maps from A to B is called one function. Next, diagrammatically, which are functions and which are not forming functions, I'll tell you. See here diagrammatically, first one is examples. It is set A, it is set B. Here 1 2 3 4 is there. Here A B C D is there. A to B is F. That's why here F is a function. F is a function. Next, second example. Here A is there. A you can take some elements, and B also you can take some elements here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 elements are there here. Here you can take some elements here. A B C D like this. F is mapped from A to B here. In this case we can tell F is not a function. F is not a function. F is not a function here. Why? Because some additional elements 5, 6 there. Because according to definition of function, for all x belongs to capital A, for all x belongs to capital A, then there exists a unique element in set B. According to that definition, here mapping is there only for the numbers 1 2 3 4, but there is no mapping for 5, 6. At the same time, the elements of set A 5 and 6, they are not associated with any element of set B. That's what it is not a function. Next, fourth also. Third also. By giving this example, at the same time, by taking diagrammatical representations, easily we can analyze and understand about the functions very easily here. Say here, it is set A and it is set B. A to B is one function. It's one function here. Same time here, take some elements. Here also you can take some elements 1 2 3 4 5, and some alphabetical letters you can take here. F G, 1 to A and 2 to 3 to B. Is it function or not? Is it function or not? Yes, it is a F is a function, because 1 is related to A and 2 is related to A, because the second coordinate may be repeated, but the first coordinate should not repeat it twice. That's why F is a function here. F is a function. Mapping is there from all the elements. The mapping is started from all the elements of set A. All those, one element is associated to one element. 2 also is associated to one element. It may be same or different in case of second set B, but in case of say first set A, the element should not repeat it. And next example for this. A is there, here A set, and here B set. A to B is mapping. Is it function or not? But it is not a function. Why means, how means? Because the element 1 have associated with 2 elements of set B. 2 elements of set B. the element is associated to only one element in set B, but it is here it is not a function. Why? Means the elements 1 is associated to 2 elements. That's what here f is not a function. At the same time, whenever that element is associated to 2 or more than 3 elements, at the time the first coordinate will be repeated twice or thrice. Whenever the first coordinate repeated means, at the time we can tell f is not a function. Here f is not a function. F is not a function. Like that we are going to giving a definition of a function. The definition of function is, let capital A and capital B be two non-empty sets such that for all x belongs to capital A, then there exists a unique element y belongs to capital B, then this correspondence f maps from A to B is called a function or mapping. Mapping and function both are giving here same meaning. For that I have given examples through the diagrammatically. Next is next one is characteristics of a function. Characteristics of a function. Characteristics of function means, let capital A and capital B be two non-empty sets. Let capital A and capital B be two non-empty sets. Be two non-empty sets such that then number 1, every element of set A is associated with any element of set B. Every element of set A, every element of set A is associated to any element of set B. Any element of set B. That's what in definition also I told. The mapping should be finished from all the elements of set A. According to that, we can tell here every element of set A is associated to any element of set B. The mapping should be finished from all the elements of set A. There we should not get any additional elements in set A. For example, 5 elements are there. The mapping should be started from all 5 elements. 6 elements are there. The mapping should be finished from all 6 elements. Next, second point. The different elements of set A or the distinct elements of set A. The distinct elements of set A, they may have same image, they may associated with same element of set B, same element of set B. Some different types of elements are there. Some different types of elements means, for example, in case of 5 elements 1 2 3 4 5, here in set B A B C D are there. 1 comma 2 comma 3, they may have same element in set B, they may associate with same element in set B. In that case also we can call that a function. Third, there may be some elements are not associated with any element of set A. Third, there may be some elements of set B, they are not associated with any element of set A, The meaning of last third points, you may get some extra additional elements in set B, but we should not see additional elements in set A. At that time also we can call that a function. First point is, every element of set A is associated with any element of set B. Second point, the distinct elements they may have or they may associated with same element in set B. Third, there may be some elements of set B, they are not associated with any element of set A. In B, some you can get in set B, you can get some extra elements, some additional elements you can see in set B, but we should not get some additional elements in set A. That is the meaning of the last third point. The meaning of all these 3 points diagrammatically I will show now here. See here, diagrammatically I will tell you. See here, example, A is there, A set is there here. Here a B set is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J here. A to B, one mapping is there. F is. Here I have taken A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and B is from A to up to J I have taken here. Mapping should be finished 1 to A, 2 to A, 3 to A and 4 to B and 5 to C and 6 to D. To all this we represent with the arrow mark here. First point is, before that I have given 3 points now. For all x belongs to capital A, then there exists a unique element in set B. One element must have one element in set B. Only, for example, one have only one element in set B. 2 have also one elements. Maybe you can get repetition of second element in set B, no problem. But we should not get repetition in first set capital A. 3, they have one elements. 4 have one element, 5 have one element, 6 have one element. That's why for all first point is over. For all x belongs to capital A is associated with one element of set B. Come to second point. In case of second point, I told distinct elements they may have or they may associated with the same element in set B. According to that second point, we can tell here the elements 1, 2 and 3 they have same element, they associated with the same element in set B. That's why in that case also we can call it as the function. Last third point. In third point what I told, since set B, some elements of set B they are not associated with any element of set A. See, if you can observe here, E, F, G, H, I, J, they are not associated with any element of set A. That's why these three, what I gave and what I told, those 3 points are main characteristics of a function. A function must be formed from A set A to set B means the first point is for all x belongs to A, then there exists a unique element in set B. Second point, the distinct elements of set A they may have or they may associated with the same element in set B. Third point is there may be some elements of set B they are not associated with any element of set A. That's why in all those 3 cases we can see any one case, then that function f maps from A to B is always a function. Those are the main characteristics of a function. Next, let us now we'll discuss about what is domain and what is range and what is codomain here. Domain, codomain and range of a function. First, domain, codomain and range of a function. Range of a function. Let f maps from A to B if a function. Before that, we must learn to define let capital A and capital B be 2 non-empty sets, such that let capital A and capital B be 2 non-empty sets. Be 2 non-empty sets. And f maps from A to B is a function. Then number 1, set of all elements of set A is called domain. Set of all elements of set A. Set A is called domain. Means simply we can tell whole set capital A is called domain. Next, second point, set of all elements of set B. Set of all elements of set B. Set of all elements of set B is called codomain. Set of all elements of set B is called codomain. That means, according to second point, the whole set B is called a codomain. Third, set of all images. Image means in set B, to which elements association is there, those elements are called set of all images. Set of all images. Set of all images. Set of all images of F is called range. Is called range. Which elements are there in set B? To which elements association is there? Just you give formation of set to those elements. Those elements are only is called a range. See, diagrammatically I will show which is domain and which is codomain here, and also range, and also I will tell you about images. See here, an example. Here A is there, A sets, and here B is there. A to B function F. Some F we can take some elements here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here A, B, C, D, E, F, G here. 1 to A, 2 to B, 3 to C, or you can take 4 to C also, no problem, and 5 to D. Is it form function or not? Already mapping is there from all the elements of set A. At the same time, we are not seeing that repetition of first coordinate. That's what easily we can tell it is a function. First, domain. Domain means here whole set here. Whole set is domain is a whole set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is the domain. The mapping should be finished from all the elements of set A. Next, codomain. Codomain. Whole set B. What are the elements of whole set B here? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It is the codomain. Last one is range. Range means here the mapping is coming from all the elements of set A to which elements in set B. To which elements in set B means what are the elements of set B here? Mapping is there. Mapping, they are connected by mapping elements from set B. They are A, B, C, D. These are only images. If we can move reversely, pre-image of A is 1. For example, image of 1 A, image of 2 B, image of 3 C, image of 4 C, image of 5 D. If we can move reversely, pre-image of A 1, pre-image of B 2, pre-image of C 3, pre-image of C 4, pre-image of D 5. If we can move from A to B, we are getting images. If we can move from B to A, we will get pre-images. Like that, we are finding domain, codomain, range. That's what, by observing range and codomain, range is always subset to codomain. Range is always subset to codomain, we can tell here. So what it is the examples for functions, and even what are the definitions of domain, codomain and range. By showing diagrammatically, I showed which is domain and which is codomain and which is range also. Next class, I will tell you types of functions, and at the same time I will give you solution of the functions to the given problems of exercise 1.2. Today just I gave definition of function only. And what is function? How we are forming function diagrammatically, and what are the domain, codomain and range. About that information I gave today. Next class we will solve the problems on different types of functions. Before that I'll give definitions of different types of functions, like kinds of functions. At the same time we will solve the problems on functions also. Thank you very much. Thank you.